This week on the Jock and Nerd Podcast, House of the Dragon Season 3 goes out in a blaze of fire, blood, betrayal, and some seriously pissed off dragons. We're breaking down the massive finale and asking whether this season finally delivered on the war we've been promised. Plus, the Paramount-Warner Brothers merger has turned into an absolute legal shit show, and billions of dollars are now on the line. All that and more in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Monday, August 10th, 2026.
This is Jason Mewes, and for reasons best left between you and your therapist, you're listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. Snooch to the nooch.
Check. Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. We talk it, we heard it. We funny, disturb it. We talk it, we heard it. We spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, what is up? What's up, listener? Thank you for pressing play, and welcome to the Jock and Nerd Podcast, where we give you comic book and superhero TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
And joining us, this fella's farts are deadlier than dragon fire, especially when you light them. Holding the banners of House Drakkar Noir, it's Sir Ruggs of the Flatulent Lands. I don't know. Ruggs, how's it going?
What's up? You can light your farts on fire, or you can light Drakkar Noir on fire.
You can light both.
And they
of
both
these.
singe your nose hairs.
Both of these things are deadly.
Yes.
The lighting farts on fire, have we talked about this before? Has anybody ever seen it in person or done that?
I'm sure you can YouTube some asshole doing it.
But
I know Imran's already in rare form because before Rug Boy could even finish the sentence that he was answering your question with, Imran was already trying to finish it for him.
I'm going to finish all your sentences, fuckers. Just give me 4 words and leave the rest to me. No, but I want to know, lighting the farts on fire is a thing. It's a real thing. Have you seen it? Have you seen it with your eyes?
I think I seen it on YouTube. I don't know if it was real or not.
All right, no, I need to know in person. Anthony, have you seen this in person?
I've never seen anyone try to light a fart on fire. I know that's something that they say you can do. Imran, you probably could do it. I
don't want to try,
Can
though.
you ask AI and let's see what the AI says?
You know what? I'm not going to buy it until I see it in person, and then I'll be like, oh, shit, you can light your farts on fire. Especially,
I think you have to have a certain diet.
Yeah, you just got to guzzle a whole thing of Drakkar Noir beforehand. Then
I don't know. Do you have alcohol farts? Does that happen?
Possibly alcohol in a burrito, and you can Drackaris the whole planet. Anyways,
I'm gonna Google.
Ask AI more about Drackaris later. But first, let's warm up with some fucking news, fellas.
The Jock and Nerd Podcast.
When am I not in rare form, Anthony? You want me when I'm not in rare form? It'll be very boring.
It's physically possible.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Science has said so.
But there's a backdraft risk.
Oh.
it can draft up into your a-hole.
Well, you're talking about farts. I thought you were saying it's physically possible for him to be not on 10.
Yes. No, that's physically impossible.
Oh, Imran? Oh, my God.
I would suggest...
the one time he did, the few times he has tried to sit back and not say anything, he starts coughing.
Yeah.
Well, remember in the Spider-Man review, he said he wasn't going to talk, and he immediately started talking?
Oh, yeah. The whole time. He was just...
wasn't immediately.
The whole time.
This is the thing. I quietly wait all the time.
You do. You're very patient.
I try to be very patient so I can get my time in, and then Imran always talks up.
I gave you 3 minutes on Imran. That was it. That's as long as I can go. Otherwise, my throat closes up, and then I got to go to the hospital, get an adrenaline shot. It's a whole thing, people. Anyways, what were we talking about? This is what I want to talk about.
We have a show, yeah.
You guys remember the whole Paramount Warner Brothers merger thing? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Sure.
This story goes back to last October. We reported on it first when Paramount or Warner Brothers went up for sale. In November, people sent bids in 2025. By December, remember this? They had picked Netflix. They had picked Netflix's bid December 2025. I forgot about that. Then the last we talked about this whole deal was March of this year when Paramount up their bid to like $111 billion. And Ted Sarandos just goes, yeah, you know what? I'm fine. I didn't want it that badly. You guys can have it. And he just exits stage right, costing them another $30 billion. So that was the last time we talked about it. And I wanted to update the listener and you guys about what's going on. I've been kind of following it, but it's been a lot of like vague lawyer convoluted bullshit. But now something has happened, and I think it's a good time to get a little update. And while it is confusing and lawyerly, I think I have a pretty good grasp at what the fuck's happening. So you guys feel free to ask me questions, but I'm going to break this all down where they are at.
Oh, you got 3 minutes, Imran.
Okay. No, I could get it out in 3 minutes, you fucker. Don't turn the timer on.
Anyway, Imran tried to summarize that one Korean thing. Anyways, keep going.
No tangents. Listen, what happened is a federal judge has set a date for an antitrust trial in March. Okay, we're going to go backwards. There's a lot of important things here.
We got Imran Murdoch over here. Okay, keep going.
And the lawsuit. These are important. So, a month ago, these fuckers thought they were going to sail right through this. Everything was going smooth. The international regulations were coming in. And I'm sure they were like, oh, we got Trump over here. He's going to say, check mark. Yep, no problem. We can fly through this. Well, in July, a series of lawsuits were filed. So currently, they're facing like 5 lawsuits. The trial date is actually for 2 concurring lawsuits that are happening at the same time. Here's the lawsuits. The big one. 12 state attorney generals, led by California Attorney General Rob Bonta, are suing to block this merger. They are arguing the deal violates Section 7 of the Clayton Act, alleging it reduces competition in theatrical movie distribution, blockbusters, and basic cable television channels. Essentially a monopoly, right? They are trying to block this. They're saying this is going to be a monopoly. At the same time, you have the Writers Guild of America, the WGA, has filed a lawsuit claiming the combined company would control roughly 35% of the writing services market for top grossing firms and damage episodic television / streaming competition. There's a word for this. This is a very interesting term. It's called a monopsony. So this is where there's a lot of people with product, these writers, they got script, but there's only one buyer for all the product, right? Different than a monopoly, kind of opposite. The Paramount shareholders are also filed a lawsuit accusing the leadership, David and Larry Ellison, of improper deal making and side agreements concerning regulatory approval. There is a consumer antitrust lawsuit just dismissed last week, the other day, and I think there's like a UK EU lawsuit. So they have all these hurdles to jump through, several lawsuits. Here's the thing. If they lose any of these first 2, the state AGs or the WGA, the deal is essentially over. They can appeal, but it's going to delay everything further, and it's going to cost them more money. We'll get into that in a second. Now, let's say they win those 2. They still got to win the other ones, and the WGA and states can appeal that win, stretching that out, costing them more money. There's really no win. Now, why is the date important? Paramount wanted this trial to happen in November. The state AGs and the WGA wanted April. The judge chose March. Because, why is this? Because for some reason, at some point, David Ellison put in this thing in the contract, a ticking fee in the contract, in the agreement, saying Paramount will pay Warner Brothers Discovery $7 million for every day that the transaction doesn't close after September 30th. So that's why they wanted the November date. This means by March, they're going to owe Warner Brothers $1.2 billion.
Oh, shit.
Just for nothing.
Wow.
Here's another wrinkle in this whole thing. The merger has an expiration date. That date is June 4th. On June 4th, Zaslav and Warner Brothers can say, you know what? We don't want to do this. We're done. They can walk away, and Paramount has to pay them a $7 billion breakup fee.
Oh, shit.
This is why Paramount agreed to go to trial right away when these lawsuits came up. The delay of all this, them going to trial, also means all of these things they filed for regulatory approval, they're going to have to redo a lot of them because they're going to expire. And this whole time, they're still saying they plan on delivering 30 theatrical movies a year. They can get all the way the fuck out of with that. There's no fucking way. Because if this does happen, you have $80 billion in debt. There are layoffs going on every year, everywhere. You're going to have redundant staff, and you're going to put out 30 fucking movies? Yeah, no, that's not happening. So after hearing all this, fellas, this whole thing sounds fucked, and I feel like maybe they may just bail Paramount because this is messy. It's going to start costing them $7 million a day very soon.
If they think they could do it, why would they even do it?
I think they can do it, but the hurdles, the mountains of shit they have to get through are just go on and on.
Like, wouldn't they have all like paid like a bunch of lawyers to like research all the shit that they could get sued for and then decide that, oh, it's worth the risk?
I mean, I guess they've already invested so much time and money.
That's a good point. If they thought they could do it, they would have anticipated something like this, right? So
I feel like this is what has to happen. Backroom deal.
Okay.
This is what's going to happen.
In
like
the liminal
nothing
space
on the up and up in the courtroom, all that other shit. Like things are going to unfold how they have to.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, if they grease the right palms, if they have the right people, they could probably, and I think that's probably why they even attempted to do this.
That's one of the lawsuits, though, from the shareholders saying you guys did some shady shit to get these approvals.
And they're going to continue to do it. That's not going to stop them.
It sounds like a headache.
I feel like it's going to happen.
You think it's still going to happen? Yeah.
Because the world trends towards entropy and chaos, and this is the ultimate chaos.
This is like Joker level chaos.
If this like kind of goes away, then everything is status quo. But if this actually happens, this is going to really be a game changer. It's going to affect so many people in many ways.
Oh yeah.
So
it's huge.
I feel like sometimes, like, and another thing is that, well, what would happen if Netflix was going to buy it? Would they be the same stink? Because essentially they're like part of this group that's making shit and writing shit and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they included in the same thing? So why would they even?
It was different arguments. It would be different arguments.
Why is the WB plus Netflix any better than WB plus Paramount? I think Netflix has got more power than Paramount, actually. I mean, Paramount only has power in the movie making that Netflix doesn't have. That's the only thing that Paramount does that Netflix doesn't do.
Well, the argument would have been Netflix, at least if Netflix bought it, they were saying they were going to make movies, so you would still have maybe the same number of movies going into theater or similar amount.
Right.
Whereas
Paramount
is saying they're going to make movies, but no one believes that.
Yeah.
The argument against Netflix was eventually they're just going to take this shit and put it onto their own content and not make any movies, and so we would lose more movies going into the theaters or not make any theatrical release movies.
Right.
So there's no. I mean, there's no good.
No.
If you're a fan of like the job, the market, and jobs and creativity, and there being competition, neither one was a great option.
No.
I go back and forth of which one I would even want.
But that's the thing, that both of these companies have tons of money, have all of the ability to research this and investigate this to see if it's worth doing. And both of them thought it was a good idea.
You know, the ticking fee is weird because that must have meant they thought they would get this done by September 30th and they wouldn't have to.
I think maybe they thought Trump was going to help them squeeze the wheels, but Trump is unfortunately,
and it didn't work.
Maybe he wasn't counting on getting into a war and kind of being distracted with other shit. So
and I don't know if they anticipated 5 lawsuits, and I'm sure there's more but these are the 5 big ones. Meanwhile, everyone at these 2 companies doesn't know if they're going to have a job. Everyone is afraid of the job, and you can't really make any big moves if you're Paramount or Warner Brothers while all this shit is happening. So I'm like, this is such a fucking messy situation. Anthony, you wouldn't bail if you were David Ellison? I guess if you want it bad enough. You have your daddy's
David Ellison, money. I mean, is throwing a shit ton of money to make Paramount Plus a thing.
And his daddy's money too. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know how deep those pockets are. I could see him walking away though. I mean, 1.2 billion just before you even get any content is a crazy number to throw out there. What was the deal worth?
$111 billion.
Okay, so then if it's 111, 1.2 into 111 is nothing. It's not as much.
Yeah, but it's $7 million a day. It's $650 million every 3 months past September 30 that this goes on.
Well, you said by March they'll owe 1.2.
By the time the trial starts, they will owe $1.2 billion, but they're still paying $7 million a day after that.
Right.
I'm just saying this is.
But even if it's like 10 billion, that's still a drop in the bucket
compared to 111. Sure.
Yeah. So when 111 is nothing.
It's crazy. Oracle has been, their stock has been going down. His dad's been losing money in that company for some reason.
Well, that's the only thing. If the stock starts to go down, that's what actually pulled Netflix, I think, out of the deal. Is their stock price started going down. People were really upset about them acquiring WB. So that's where things could change. Tying it back to comic books, James Gunn, huh? What a great situation for him to be in.
That's why I think he's gonna
guy makes Superman.
Yes.
Starts doing all this weird shit and then makes a complete bomb Supergirl and now is I mean, if you're WB, are you greenlighting anything? No, right?
No, you can't. You gotta wait. The whole thing's in jeopardy now. It's all up in the air.
And James Gunn has like no cachet anymore because Supergirl sucked.
Fucked it up until Man of Tomorrow comes out. It has to be really good.
I actually think Supergirl's better than Superman.
How have you? There's not been a $1 billion Superman movie still. How can you not figure this out, you motherfuckers?
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. I just wanted to bring in James Gunn because I do like. I said this from the beginning, and I'll say it again. I like James Gunn. I like his movies for the most part. I thought he was the wrong choice to lead a universe, and he's eating a shit sandwich right now. Some of it's his own doing, though.
Yeah, maybe, but if you're gonna run the studio, run the studio. If you want to make movies, how about you make movies? Don't do both of the fucking shits at the same time.
I don't think that's the issue.
I mean, I think it's.
I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is that he chose properties that were just strange.
Sure.
I mean,
he
made Superman did okay.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more like his sensibilities, which is a little odd for Superman. But you're in Creature Commandos. I like the show, but you're doing Creature Command. You're doing Supergirl. You're doing Peacemaker. Like you're not like starting off hot.
No,
he's not thinking of the actual fans. He's thinking about his fans and what he's into.
Yeah,
right. And what he likes.
So that's great for a couple of things, but not if you're gonna put it on the whole breadth of a studio of a comic
I think
book
that's
studio.
too many ideas that you're tainting at that point.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if you fuck up one little corner or something, but you're talking about an entire universe here.
I mean, if I was him, I'd probably leave after this Man of Tomorrow based on where this thing is going.
Say this, like Snyderverse is nowhere near, it's just as bad as this.
It, in a different way, on the other side of the spectrum, it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's just
like,
one guy
whose
with
Superman
a vision.
movie you're taking.
Yeah.
If it's like, which one do you think is more of a marvel to look at? What do you think is more
impressive? It comes down to whose style do you like better? Because that's all it is.
Right. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Who knows? Where's that?
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Who knows how long this is going to fucking take if it actually happens? How much money they're going to owe them? Still yet to be determined. We'll check back in another 6 months because I'm sure nothing's going to happen for another 6 months. Listener, let us know what you think of this whole ordeal. You can join this conversation. Join our Facebook group. It's called Jock and Nerd Nation.
Jock and Nerd.
There's a link in the episode description. It is an exclusive closed group just for you. Also follow us on the YouTubes, the TikToks, the Gram, all that shit. The X, the Twitter. All right. I got some more X-Men casting updates, even though we went through a whole bunch last week.
They're all wrong, or
they're changed. A lot of changes. It's kind of crazy. I think some of this is because of D23. I think some of this is they're trying to lock down.
Did D23 come out
this week? It's this weekend.
So we still don't know.
No, but I think a lot of this is just getting contracts locked down. And I don't think we may not see everything for D23. So an update.
You don't think we may not see anything?
I don't think. I think they'll again.
What does that even mean? What you just said?
They're gonna announce one X-Men.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. These are a lot of different people. There's a lot of contracts, a lot of schedules. I don't know how this is all gonna come together. But last week we said that dude Drew Starkey was rumored to play Cyclops. and nobody knew who the fuck that was. Well,
Nobody knows who this is either.
yes, they're reporting that actually another guy, Variety, that nobody knows is actually cast, and that is Kit Connor from, he was in Warfare, and he's in something called Heartstopper. Warfare is another movie like The Long Walk that's got all those young up-and-comers. It had Joe Quinn was in that. It was a very good movie. So Variety is saying or Deadline is saying it's Kit Connor, 22, cast as Scott Summers. Comment on that. So now we have a Sadie Sink confirmed, Jean Grey confirmed, Emma Frost, and your Cyclops.
It's pretty young cast.
I like it. I like the young cast.
Cyclops is eating good, meaning look at the women he's got.
Oh, yeah. Samara Weaving, not too bad. Sadie Sink, they'll have a relationship or a romance. Young cast is great. Look what they did with Tom Holland and Zendaya, casting them when they did. And now these guys are at the height. They're stars.
If you're going to go young, although Sadie Sink is a little bit more known, then if you're going young, you should have actors and actresses that aren't fully formed yet, so that they are growing into the role rather than casting a name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're going to cast too many big names in these roles.
Well, but that's why, like, this is like Samara Weaving, Kit Connor. These are the right names.
That's what they did with a lot of their early casting too. They did, Chris Hemsworth,
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. wasn't young, but Robert Downey Jr. wasn't exactly the name at that point anymore.
Yeah. All those Chris's, like almost everybody.
Yeah. Right. Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
They did a lot of that in the beginning. So they're following a little bit of the same game plan they had prior.
So continuing on that thread, rumors of who is playing Professor X are now this dude, Tom Pelphrey, and this dude, Christopher Abbott. Tom Pelphrey was in this show called Task on HBO with Ruffalo. Very good. But then another rumor, Adam Driver. This Adam Driver situation is very interesting because Kevin Feige has said, I forgot where he said on a podcast, they have tried to sign Adam Driver several times over the years, and he has always refused, or it just wasn't right. So they've been trying to get Adam Driver. The new rumor says that he's not playing Mr. Sinister. He'll be playing Sebastian Shaw of the Hellfire Club. Which would make sense if you got an Emma Frost. Now, they did him. Kevin Bacon played him. But I think if you're doing a young Hellfire Club with Emma Frost and these young X-Men, I think that could work out.
I think Adam Driver can do a lot of these different roles. I think he could do Mr. Sinister. I think he could do Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah.
I think he could do Magneto. I could see a number of different roles for him.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon, underrated. I thought he was pretty decent as Sebastian Shaw.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was good. That was a good movie.
The scene where Magneto kills him by putting a coin through his head was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was good in First Class, so it's okay. You could do that again.
It wasn't really Sebastian Shaw. He was more Kevin Bacon, but it was still good.
That's true. So it's kind of shaping up, and I don't know, again, if this is for D23 or they're just trying to get these contracts. So everyone so far, again, I said Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, Kit Connor as Cyclops. The rumor of Charles Melton as Beast, I just saw a thing that he might be out, so he might not be Beast. Kelly Spaney as Rogue, rumor. I like that one. Indy Navarrete as somebody. Mystique, she another one. You could put her in a bunch of different roles. Adam Driver, you could put in different roles. And then I just mentioned the people for Xavier. And that's really it on that. So we'll see if they say anything about this this weekend at the Big D. What are the odds? What do you guys think?
The Hellfire Club.
Or they mention any X-Men cast at D23 this weekend?
They got to mention something. There's rumors going around the internet.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid for them to not say something, but you never know with them. They could completely ignore it.
Yeah, this week all these rumors started flying around again. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" Anthony, what are the percentage?
50-50.
Okay, that's pretty high.
They don't have to do anything,
Right?
Because X-Men that's not even a movie that's announced yet. We know it's happening with Jake Schreiber, but
Yeah.
the storylines right now don't say anything really about X-Men other than what we just saw with Spider-Man. But
Yeah.
as Rugg said, there's a lot of these rumors keep swirling.
They
So,
were out
something's gotta be
flying
happening.
this
Yeah.
week. Speaking of Spider-Man, let's take a look at the box office.
I love that you do top 10 for the box office, by the way.
I just get the list there, so I just copy it.
Usually
give
no
it
one
10.
talks about it beyond like top 3 or 5.
Five.
You go top 10.
Right?
for
Sometimes
some
it's
reason.
kind of interesting to see where these other movies are. I just do it because it's technically a top 10 list. The box office weekend, it's a top 10 list. I want to be thorough. Sometimes I'll just put the first 2. Other times we got nothing to talk about. Hey, let's talk about all 10 of them. Like number 1, of course, Spider-Man, brand new day in week 2. Really curious to see what this thing was going to do. Front-loaded movies like this, of course, just having the highest global opening of all time, making it to $1 billion in 6 days. These front-loaded movies usually suffer a big drop. Week 2, it suffers a 60% drop, which isn't bad because it made another $145 million this weekend.
usually the barometer is like above, was it 65 or 66
Yeah.
is bad, but usually even 60% you'd go, that sucks. That's a kind of a shitty drop, but like you mentioned, when you make 365 in the first weekend and the next weekend is 145, like most movies would kill to just make 145.
Just to make the 145. So people are going back. People are still going to see it. The global total, $1.67 billion. This is the third best second weekend of all time. And then it is the biggest 10-day. It made $655 million domestically. 10-day biggest 10-day total. Only Endgame got to $1 billion internationally faster. This is the MCU's number 5th domestic earner. It will hit $2 billion soon. There's only 7 movies that have $2 billion. Eric Davis on Twitter gives us some more stats. Third biggest second weekend ever domestic. First ever 100 million plus second weekend for Sony. Highest 10-day total. Only the third time in 10 years that 5 or more films have crossed $1 billion worldwide, and the first time since 2019. So we have 5 movies that have made $1 billion, and that's crazy. We haven't done that since 2019. And look at this stat. Brand New Day and The Odyssey combined will pass the $2.4 billion that was earned by Barbenheimer in 2023. This double event. These 2 movies should be like cannibalizing each other, but they're not. They're kind of helping each other. Opening at number 2, The Odyssey, week 4, makes another $31 million. It is now globally sitting at $1.1 billion. It's officially Christopher Nolan's biggest movie ever, passing The Dark Knight. Spider-Man also got IMAX screens, so that adds. Number 3, this one's interesting. One night only. New week 1. Universal. You guys know this movie. Callum Turner, Monica Barbaro. The sex purge movie. The rom-com where the director just said, I cut out all the nudity in this.
that was weird.
In this sexy movie because people don't like it anymore. And so we are now got cheated.
What is that with Gen Z and Gen Alpha?
No, this generation cheated me out of seeing Monica Barbaro's boobies. I am so upset.
But the thing is, okay, they will be like so sex positive about like
Right?
OnlyFans and online pornography and be like, oh, a woman can do whatever with their body. But then like, if I see it in a movie, it's gross.
Yeah.
And where people are pretending to do sex, we're not even really doing anything.
And they see
They're
it
just
as
pretending it.
But like I see these comments where they're like, no one wants to see porn when you go to the theater. It's not fucking porn. Anthony, what is going
Blowing
on?
someone's head off, no problem.
Are we ever gonna have sex back in
entrails
movies?
all over the place?
Are we ever going to have
No
boobies back in movies again?
Oh, you can find boobies in movies. Trust me. There's plenty of movies
All right.
with boobies.
I mean,
In the
this
theater?
Yeah.
in new movies.
New movies, Oppenheimer had boobies.
It did. You know, that's funny. Somebody brought this up. He put boobies in Oppenheimer, but nothing in The Odyssey, which is kind of like a sexy story.
Yeah, he took all the sex out of the Odyssey.
Sydney Sweeney shows her tits in theater, in movie releases all the time.
That's Euphoria. I thought you didn't watch that.
No, and movie releases
In
all the
movies
time.
too. Okay.
Every movie she's in, she takes off her top.
But for this movie to be, this is pitched as like this sexy rom-com, right? With these 2 good-looking people. It made $5.7 million domestic.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of sexy rom-coms, though, that are like this that don't have any boobies.
But for the guy to cut them all out because he thought people were going to...
whatever. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, number 4, another new movie, Super Troopers 3. I love the first two. The trailer for this looked funny. It made $4 million. Super Troopers. Number 5, Toy Story Week 8 has now made $1.9 billion. Number 6, Minions and Monsters Week 6, sitting at 473 million rugs.
That's not bad.
Number 7,
going to make way more than that.
Week 5, Anthony, 280 million for you. Jesus, that's $30 million over the budget. Number 8, Eli Roth has a new horror movie, Ice Cream Man, made $2 million. Number 9, The Invite in week 7, still hanging in there. And then number 10, something called Cat Video Fest 2026.
Happens every year.
Yeah, it's a yearly cat video compilation which sends part of its ticket revenue to local shelters and animal welfare groups. Landed in the top 10. I guess, you got to help the animals.
Year to date, if we're doing the box office comparison in the U.S. or domestic.
Yeah.
Right now it's at $6.5 billion. That is $1.1 billion over last year.
Nice.
It is the highest gross in the last 5 years.
Yeah, people are saying the theaters are back. Movies are back. They may actually catch up to like 2019 numbers.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think.
No.
No.
You think they can get to 10 billion? Like if they get to 9 billion, that'll be good.
2019 was 11 billion.
11. Jesus.
We haven't the closest we've gotten to 11 billion since is 2023 Barbenheimer year 8.9.
Oh, that wasn't even 9. Okay. So I think this year it's going to hit 9, maybe not 11.
I think 9, yeah. I think at least 9, maybe even more.
However,
a couple bigger. We've still got a few big movies.
No, but I was just going to say there's kind of a big gap coming up.
Yeah.
Spider-Man can rule. Odyssey can rule. There's nothing really tentpole until December 18th.
Right. And then at that point, you got 13 days.
Yeah, before to make all the money. There are a lot of interesting movies coming out, so we'll discuss offline. Like, what are the movies we want to watch in between? Because it's going to be a lot of Oscar plays, a lot of just different quirky things. Could be fun. But our movies are back, and the theater's been popping, man. Last 2 times I went, it's fucking people everywhere. So
I mean, this whole Odyssey thing, and people were going. I have friends that are seeing Odyssey in like IMAX and 70 millimeter at like 2 a.m.
Oh shit! I know people are doing doubles too. They'll go see Spider-Man and the Odyssey like all in one day.
Ruggs, are you ready? I know you're Mr. Positive. Are movies back? Movie theaters back?
Movies are back, baby.
Are they back?
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a nice shot in the arm, but overall, year over year, it's the least amount of people going to the movies as far as the population is concerned. Like, it's less and less every year. I just watched a video by Dan Murrell, who does like extensive charts and all that other stuff. He was going over how he uses inflation and all that stuff to count how much money. And he's like, if you take, let's say, Batman from 1989, and you adjust it for inflation, it made like $800 million just domestically.
Whoa,
right.
Whoa.
Well, what's happening is people are going to the movies and are more willing to spend for these premium formats.
The prices are more.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the fact that there's streaming, there's video games.
Yeah.
And the streaming window is a lot less. Like, you can wait a couple months and see it at home, or a month and see it at home.
Yeah.
I think that all is taking huge chunks out of the movie theater experience. And plus, it's with these cell phones and rude ass people and people who have no decorum whatsoever. People are less likely to put up with that shit.
Yeah, that's true. I think in the last 5-6 years, especially with COVID, people got conditioned, hey, you can watch everything at home. And what I think everyone's realizing, including Gen Z, is that watching movies at home isn't that fun. Yeah. There's something to the shared movie experience, especially for specific films. So either event films or big name director type films with Nolan, where you have the IMAX stuff, or horror movies like we're seeing with Backrooms and Obsession and Weapons last year. And I think Resident Evil is going to do really well.
Oh, yeah.
It's these types of movies where you can have this shared movie experience that I think are drawing people back in, and people are willing to pay more for it. So
they want to go out with their friends, right? They want to be part of this conversation. And I do feel like people are looking at premium screens more because it is, you see how special it is, and you can't get that at home. Yo, they're saying Spider-Man Brand New Day could dethrone the Force Awakens domestic total of like 900 and something
Well,
million.
there's never been $1 billion domestic, right? So
there's never been $1 billion domestic, and there has not been a $3 billion. Both of those things
still in play.
It's got a shot, bro.
That's crazy. I never thought Spider-Man. I mean, I always knew Spider-Man
Right?
was one of the more popular characters, but didn't
Yes.
see this happening.
I'm still stunned at these fucking numbers. It is wild, but it could get close to $1 billion domestic. Would be fucking wild. I mean, it's at a 1.16 whatever in 1 week. So shit, and nothing's coming out. It's got no competition.
What are the movies that are coming out like next weeks?
No, you got stuff like what's that one with the dinosaur?
Oh yeah,
The End of Oak Street actually comes out this week. But then you got like that Dog Stars and Heart of the Beast, and you got the trailers we're talking about here coming out in September. Let's go to this first trailer, which is fucking wild. Primetime, you guys, the biopic of fucking Chris Hansen and To Catch a Predator, led by Robert Pattinson, who's definitely looks like he's going for an Oscar in this fucking trailer.
It looks like a fucked up movie.
Dude, this looks so good. Anthony, you see this? What do you think?
yeah. When I saw the trailer and I thought it was I forgot that he was doing Primetime, which is the To Catch a Predator, inspired by To Catch a Predator. I thought for some reason this was the Madden film that's also coming out at some point.
Oh, yeah, with Nick Cage. Yeah.
So I got completely
That's just
confused.
called Madden. I think.
I got really
right?
confused. And then I saw the trailer for this. I went, oh, yeah, To Catch a Predator. Like, this was a show that I'm very familiar with. And I always thought it was interesting. If we're as interesting.
You did watch the show.
Yeah, I watched the show. And then they show the trailer, and it's like I don't know what the way they cut it was like a thriller noir type shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't even know. I don't know the story that they're adapting for the movie. Is it a fake storyline not a fake storyline, but is this a storyline where in To Catch a Predator, to get more ratings, they faked a storyline?
So I don't know. It says inspired by a real story, but the trailer makes it seem like there's a darkness in Chris Hansen.
Yeah, this movie's fucked up.
Yeah, the way he comes
Is
out.
this an anti?
So do you know why?
Catch a Predator movie?
So
And
I
can
think this
Chris Hansen be any darker than the people he's catching?
dude, he's doing a really good Chris Hansen, right? Where he's like, you can see how this looks, right?
You want to know something? When I watched the trailer,
Yeah.
I immediately went to the comments.
Yeah.
And then I went and watched a trailer at other places and look at the comments.
Yeah.
And it looks like his PR team was just lighting up like the first 100 comments because they were literally like, he's in a flow state. His voice is so great.
I see that. Patterson is generally in a flow state.
Yeah. They say like all these different things and they're all the exact same comments. I'm like, how is that possible? That like anywhere you click on a different trailer, they have
That
the
is
same.
interesting. A24 has got their people all over this.
A24 has hired 75 monkeys to be commenting. Just like
it's just like in the Superman movie.
yeah.
This fucking trailer looks wild. So there's some crazy things happening. The part where he's like, I don't want bottom feeders. I want a whale. You know how the show ended? Why it stopped? You guys know?
No.
So they were like it says here, he was trying to get bigger predators. And I guess at one point he gets to a congressman or an elected official, and the dude blows his brains out while they're filming the show on camera. And then they have to stop. And that might be where this show ends or the movie ends. But they got Skylar Gisondo playing a 13-year-old, which is great. The way he sounds like Chris Hansen and just like, what would happen if I wasn't here? Well, who are those balloons for? Just, you see what this looks like, right? Fucking what a wild show, dude. And I just love when he would let them go and the guys think they got out. They're like, he's like,
is that still on? Is there like a version of it still on?
I know. I think because of that incident.
The show was. What did I think of what show?
The Catch a Predator.
What did I think of that show?
Wild.
I mean, that is a wild show. That's wild that show was a show we were watching. I mean, it was always kind of an uncomfortable show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd watch that show and they'd reveal all the text exchanges, and you'd be like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
I'm seeing," as they say in this trailer, I'm just seeing evil men on live TV, not live TV, but on TV. Going back to the trailer, though, I mean, the way it was cut was like a Fincher film. I was
Yeah,
like,
it looks like-
what am I watching here?
Almost like a horror movie or a thriller or like Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. It reminded me of, but I don't understand. I was like, is he just so obsessed at getting predators that he just like loses it control? I don't know. What is this darkness of Chris Hansen?
It's an interesting angle, right? You wouldn't think that would be the angle they'd go for in a movie, but maybe, I mean, it seems like, I'll say this, it has us talking, and it's an angle that, at least for me, until you told me that some guy blew his brains out on TV, which I still don't know if that actually happened. I've never heard that.
No, I mean, they didn't air the episode, obviously, but that's when the show ended. They stopped making. I looked it up.
Okay, fair. It's an angle where it's like, oh, I didn't even know this story existed.
Yeah.
So if you're going to tell a story, tell us a story that we don't know about or we don't know much about.
Yeah, Pattinson, man. You think he's going to throw a beggar's line in there? Wouldn't it be funny if he's just Chris Hansen and he goes, somebody get these beggars out of here. It's like, what? Oh, sorry, you're arrested, pedophile.
I mean, he's Zendaya.
Yeah.
Hathaway.
She's in a bunch of things.
What's her name?
Florence Pugh's in a bunch of things.
Sandra Hüller. Florence Pugh. What's her name?
Bernthal.
No, not Bernthal. What's the lady, the Hispanic lady Penelope Cruz is in a bunch of shit.
Penelope's in a bunch of shit? What has she been doing? Haven't seen her.
She's in The Bride. She's in The Invite. She's in La Bola Negra.
That's true. She's in The Invite. La Bola Negra is another Oscar movie.
Yeah, she's in a lot of prestige type shit. But yeah, Robert Pattinson's just all over the place.
All right. Speaking of prestige, I got one more trailer for a movie called Wicker that can best be described as woman fucks a sentient wicker basket.
Oh, shit.
Ruds, let's start with you. Did you get a look at this Wicker trailer?
I did watch this trailer.
What do you think? It looks kind of funny and crazy.
I was like, this movie would be so much better if the woman was hot, but it's an old lady.
It's like Shape of Water.
So it's weird.
Fish guy. She's fucking a wicker basket.
So the story is that she's a spinster that people in the village make fun of. So she decides to go to this, I guess, magical dude in the forest.
Is that Dinklage?
Yeah, Dinklage, and asks him to make him a man to marry. And he's like, okay, no problem. Just show up at the church and it'll be there.
Yeah.
And so he makes a Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that works. Apparently, he gives it to her pretty hard all the time. And this woman is like in her 50s or like.
It's Olivia Colman. She's fucking riding him. She goes, I'm here. He's hard as a tree. Wow. I mean, the effects look amazing on the dude, the wicker.
It reminds me of The Favorite.
Yeah. Anthony
where Olivia Colman's always getting it. Olivia Colman's always an old lady getting sex.
Yes, she is
in every movie.
There's more sex in this than in the fucking sex movie rom-com.
Yeah.
Anthony, what thoughts?
Yeah, I was really thrown off by this.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I was watching it. And I'd never heard of it. Mm-hmm. And then I immediately thought, did Yorgos Lanthimos do this movie?
Yeah, right? It looks like a Yorgos movie.
Looks like Poor Things, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be interesting. I mean, if you make me watch it, I wouldn't be mad about watching it. That's
it's
for sure.
Different. That's for sure.
I feel like it'll be like a Yorgos experience.
The trailer made me laugh several times. I was like, wow, this looks really funny. So
the fact that it's Olivia Colman too is just
she's fantastic.
Well, it's fantastic, but also like Rugg said, I'm not sure I want to see Olivia Colman fucking, but
a wicker guy.
Yeah.
He's made up wicker. All right, you fuckers, let's take a break here. We're gonna play some promos and come back and talk about House of the Dragon season 3 finale right after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up? This is Brian, and I'm the host of Citizens of Pawnee, a Parks and Recreation podcast. That's right, a podcast dedicated to my favorite TV show, Parks and Rec. Every week I discuss my favorite things about the show, which include character breakdowns, episode rewatches, and other random facts and tidbits about the show. You can find me on Instagram at Citizens of Pawnee Podcast and listen wherever you get your podcast now. You will literally love it.
I'm Imran.
And I'm Sophia.
I'm the brother.
And I'm the sister. And we are watching a show about cousins.
We're your hosts for Dance of Joy, a Perfect Strangers rewatch podcast.
We grew up watching the 80s hit sitcom, and now we'd like you to join us every week as we rediscover our love for our favorite TV cousins, Balky and Larry.
You can find our show at danceofjoypod.com and on all major podcast platforms. Now we are so happy, Sophia. We do the Dance of Joy.
Imran, this is a podcast. They can't see us.
Oh, po.
Jock and Nerd.
Listener, if you enjoyed this show, this is a great time to head on over to jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Join our awesome Patreon fan club.
Jock and Nerd.
For as little as $3 a month, you can give back and support the show. And you get stuff like access to a podcast feed where the shows come out a little bit early, instant movie reviews, bonus movie reviews. You can join us for our weekly virtual hangouts on Discord. The next one will be Thursday, August 20th. Lots of other fun stuff. Lots of other fun tiers and perks and benefits. Just visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Do it now. All right, fellas, we're here. Hot D has ended. House of the Dragon Season 3. We're going to discuss the second half, the finale. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
So when last we talked about the show, we checked in after 4 episodes, halfway through. Ruggs missed that show. But, Anthony, you want to kind of fill us in as to where the story continues and what kind of happens in the back half?
What are we talking about? House of the Dragon?
Hot D, Season 3.
What am I filling in? The second half?
Second half.
Oh, well.
Kind of just a quick synopsis, and then you can get into whatever you want.
Sure. Well, they're still at war. Rhaenyra's reign right now is getting picked at from every side. Ormon's holed up in some town, just taking shots at her from far away. She's getting more increasingly paranoid about things, and then we realize that Aegon is still alive. Well, we knew Aegon was still alive, but Aegon's got a dragon, and everyone finds out that Aegon's still alive, which makes Rhaenyra even more paranoid. And she just sends Daemon out to go and fucking get the Tide Towers out of there because she needs to establish her reign, and she also decides that to more establish herself, she needs to get the High Sept to anoint her as queen, and if he doesn't do that, she just kills him. There's lots of shit going on.
She's getting desperate. She's in despair. She's fucking losing it.
There's other things going on, but she needs her reign, her ideal way of ruling, where as being this benevolent ruler, she's slowly realizing it's just not going to be possible.
Who wants this fucking job? This is the worst fucking job ever. Like, why would you even want to sit on this fucking throne? We do get a Battle of Tumbleton. Does not go well for Team Black.
Doesn't go well for anybody.
Well, for anybody, really. It's a fucking shit show.
It's a complete shit show.
Ruggs, what do you think of this show before we get into some details? How did season 3 hit you?
I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. I thought that this episode kind of ended on like kind of a whimper.
Yeah. It's setup. It's a lot of setup.
Yeah, and I feel like it is a little bit annoying that you don't get a satisfying last episode to the season, and I hate that. That penultimate episode was crazy because you're like,
was good.
All of a sudden this dragon comes back. You don't even know how. They don't even explain it. He's just back.
Yeah, he was sleeping. Look, when he found him in the forest, he was not rotting. He looked fine. He was recovering. He just needed time to rest.
He's been there for like months.
Yeah, well, it's a fucking dragon. I don't know how their physiology works.
All right, they sleep a long time.
But that shit at the end when he's there and he's like, I am Aegon the king. And Sunfire fucking shows up and he just looks at him and goes, Dracarys.
That was badass.
Fucking great.
And then like the showdown between the brothers is kind of lame.
What'd you think about the 4 dragon ground battle? They never did that shit before. I thought that was pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then but now the dragons are fucked up.
A lot of the dragons are fucked up. Yes.
Yeah.
The interesting, I don't know if you guys watched that, how the house was built, like the episodes about making each episode. There's fantastic workmanship. I love it when they fucking burn people on this show. It's so cool. The last episode, they got a Guinness World Book of Records for a 23-man largest burn for film or television in history. In fact, they had done some 20s, some 22s. I believe the record was at 22. The script for this one just called for 20 people, and the dude who's in charge of it goes to the production guy and goes, can I add 3 more? Because we could break this record. And usually they don't because it's costly, but they were like, fucking, let's go for the record. And they lit 23 people on fire at once. Fantastic. It's always so good. Yeah, and Sunfire being alive, big deal. Big deal. I knew he was alive. Anything else, Anthony, that stuck out from the Peen or before we get to the finale here?
What you're asking me about the Peen Ultimate episode?
Yeah, or anything before the finale that stuck out that you want to.
Well, this asshole already went to the finale. Why are we going back to the Peen?
All right, let's go to the finale.
What stuck out? I mean, you're seeing Rhaenyra's descent into this queen that no one will really support, and she might not even be able to look herself in the mirror anymore. It's kind of similar to what they did with Daenerys.
Yeah.
Although this one isn't as abrupt a turn, like you've seen the seeds been planted throughout the episode. I thought the Tumbleton stuff was really interesting and riveting. The way that they were, I mean, it was like a no-win situation with the way the High Towers are positioning kids in there, and then how Ormond was acting, and then you had Daemon who like this was what he was living for, and then you had the dynamic with is it Darren?
Yes, Darren and Ormond. Darren Hightower, yes.
Darren Targaryen trying to like be a king that just goes for peace.
And he's being forced by Ormond to do all this shit.
Does he make it? Do we see what happens to him?
No, he
disappears.
He was with his dragon in that last scene, and then we don't see what happens.
Yeah, so I thought the whole Tumbleton stuff was good. I loved Stark and how that guy's just a fucking warmonger.
Yo, Roderick, the Winter Wolves, and Roderick, Sir Roddy, or whatever. That dude is fucking badass. I also love that girl with the black around her eyes, whoever that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
She's fucking badass too. But yes,
I thought overall it was. I thought the season was good. I thought the finale was pretty solid. I don't know the storyline in the books. People say it's a little bit different.
They changed a lot of things. Yeah,
don't really care because I haven't read the books. I think the dynamic with Aegon and Aemon is a bit interesting.
Yes,
Aegon is now like, or Aemon's this guy that like isn't the same person, doesn't really care as much about the war.
Yeah.
And Aegon's like, you better fucking man up. You owe me, you motherfucker. You almost killed me.
Yeah.
We need to find Vhagar and take the shit back. Like, I think that'll be interesting.
So I think those two, and if they get Darren on their side, they got 3 dragons.
Well, no, they don't like
Darren, do they?
They don't like Darren because Darren is trying to make himself a king, but they don't know that Darren's not really even wanting to be a king. It's just Ormond using him to become a king. So, if you got all these different factions I think I like the season overall. I wouldn't say it's like peak Game of Thrones, but I think it's better than, the end of the original series.
I mean, I thought the season overall, I thought it was very good because they give us enough action scenes, bookended with a lot of great drama and fucking alliances and Game of Thrones shit. And everyone's story I thought was pretty interesting. Was there any storyline you guys were like, I'm not interested, I don't care about this?
Let me think.
I thought everybody
I thought it was pretty trimmed down, actually. It was pretty streamlined.
Yeah.
It wasn't that sprawling, which is good.
Yes.
Keeps it simple. And that's what I like about this, is it keeps it simple. And so that's not the issue. It's just, want to know? Okay, so Rhaenyra gives a speech and she mentions the Game of Thrones show.
Yes.
About the threat that's coming from the north.
Yeah.
Right.
And the protectors and this and that. And when you look at Game of Thrones, that world is so much more developed and has like White Walkers. It has this, it has that, it has magic, it has this and that. And this is very, very just dragons.
It's dragons.
And so I feel like it's missing a little. It's missing a little bit of that magic that the other show had a little bit
witches,
more of.
They're not doing anything really.
Yeah, well, there's the witch that's with
Alice.
Aegon. Yeah.
Aemon. She's with Aemon, but then you have the Dreamer Targaryen. You're right. It's not as magical, but I think what they were going for there is when she's making that speech, people are just gonna be like, "You've lost your fucking mind."
Yes, this is a public fucking crash out.
Right. Right. Like she's talking about stuff that, like, obviously we know is true, although we know that we also know that she's not the prince that was promised.
First of all, she calls herself the prince that was promised in High Valyrian, mentions the White Walkers. These people have no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
Right.
And they're like, what is this bitch going crazy?
Also,
I love
she just killed the Pope in this.
Dude, that was crazy too, because I love that line when she goes, I have 6 dragons. He goes, we have a 7-faced god. Who's gonna win? And then she tells Alan, kill him, and Alan didn't want to do it.
Well,
He's
she also tells Alan, though, that you're from Valyria.
Yes,
You have a higher god than them.
She whispers to him, she's like, you're High Valyrian blood. Don't let him fucking talk down to you. And like you could, he's like,
the Valyrians don't believe in the Seven Kingdoms.
oh, right. But he's still on his face. He's like, what am I doing? I'm following this crazy lady, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna kill this religious dude that seems important, but I'm gonna kill him anyways.
Yeah, but Alan's also kind of acting in his own interest.
Yeah.
He wants to be up there with her.
He doesn't know where he wants to be, but he does want a name. He wants to be. He's the hand right now, right? So
he's the interim hand. Yes.
Her fucking chainmail costume that was like Joan of Arc and shit was dope. The fucking costumes are amazing in this show. The whole season.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
The armor that Damon's wearing.
Oh, his armor is fantastic. The helmets.
What about that dude that he was fighting?
John Roxton, the big dude. That was great.
That was a great battle right there.
Because I thought Damon was gonna get killed. I was like, he's done. He had him.
Yeah, they have to have that's going to be like the next showdown. Is both of them.
And if it wasn't for the building collapsing, that's the only way he got out. But he was losing.
Yeah.
John.
I think that they'll probably play on the fact, or if they, what I would do is I'd play on the fact that Damon got his ego handed to him at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not that dude.
Oh,
I just got my ass kicked and I almost lost.
That whole Battle of Tumbleton was fucking great. Them doing the pep talk outside. The fact that he put the kids up there, and then Rhaenyra is like, go house to house, but don't make me look like a monster. And the 2 kids in front of the door, David is like, look, I told you to fucking move. You fuckers didn't move. I'm gonna have to burn you.
Well, what'd you
move?
No, the two moved.
No,
they did move.
They definitely get lit up.
I think they got burned up. They got
Yeah, he sprayed them before they moved.
And then Sir Roderick just fucking axes a kid in the face on the wall.
He does.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, I like to see. I like before that though, when they're doing their chants and you can just hear them banging their swords. Like,
A kid pisses himself.
Yeah.
Yes, the kid's standing there.
What did you think about Ulf the White?
This was the best. I knew that he was fucking passed out somewhere, right?
So in the beginning of the episode, it tells you like if there's going to be nudity. I'm like, it's going to be someone's ass or cock, and I'm like, it was his cock.
It was Ulf's penis and ass, and because he was drinking and talking shit, and it's hilarious because both sides, Ormond and Damon, are like, where the fuck is Ulf? Somebody find Ulf. They don't know that he's flipped. They don't know that he's passed out, and he gets berated, and he's like, you know what? Fuck both of you guys, and just like the blacks were winning. Damon was winning Tumbleton until Ulf.
He just fucked himself really bad.
And Ormond fucked him too by kicking him and berating him. And he's like, fuck you too. And he just strafes I was like, oh shit, this got fucked.
What do you do now if you're Rhaenyra? Like, you don't want to waste a dragon, but maybe you got to catch Ulf the White when he's like drinking and just have him murdered.
Yeah, that's easy enough. I mean,
but the problem is Ulf.
You assigned him.
That's another dragon now that she doesn't have.
Yep.
So but yeah, I mean, if you're her, you got to catch Ulf, you got to catch Aemon, you got to catch Aegon, you got to find Vhagar. A lot of shit going on.
Yeah, like Vhagar conveniently fucks off.
Yeah, where is he? They got to find him.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think what they're doing there is what they're trying to say is that Aemon right now is like in a weird headspace where he's like, I'm trying to be with this woman.
Yeah. Yeah. He just wants to be with Alice. Yeah.
Well, although I'll point out something that I thought was real fucked up in the peen. I literally yelled at the TV until I realized what was happening.
Yes.
When Aemon dreams that it's Alicent over. Yeah. And I didn't think it was a dream at first. And he starts fucking her. I'm like, well, you're fucking your mom. I literally was yelling at the TV. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
But like he was fucking Alicent, right? And it was an illusion. I mean,
Alice. But from what I read, he has such bad mommy issues and he wants his mom's affection so much that he like was dreaming about fucking her.
I mean, it's straight Oedipal complex. You know, textbook Oedipus here.
Edible complex?
Oh
did
my God.
Did you initially say edible complex?
Edible. No, that's what I do every day.
Oedipus.
Oedipus complex. Yeah, he wants to kill his dad, fuck his mom.
Do you remember? Have you guys seen? You've seen Analyze This, right?
Yeah.
That reminds me the scene where Billy Crystal's trying to explain to Robert De Niro's character the Oedipus complex, and he's like, Oedipus is like, it's when the son dreams that he wants to take over his dad's throne and marry his wife, or marry his mom, and then Robert De Niro's character just goes, the fucking Greeks.
It's true though.
He has like this look of disdain. He's like, fucking Greeks.
Deviant Greeks they were.
Well, that was in the Northman too.
Yeah.
You watched the Northman?
I did not see the
Fuck his
Northman.
mom too.
Yeah, I didn't think they could push it farther than the kiss, but they fucking did.
They were once they started kissing. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, I've seen moms kiss their sons on the lips before. That's a little fucking odd.
Yeah.
And then they start fucking. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh
no. This made. I'm like that. I've seen a lot of things on Thrones that have made me uncomfortable. That one made me yell at the
Listen,
TV.
that's why you got to have incest. That makes a good Game of Thrones show. That's one of the ingredients. It's what?
See, here's the thing. I didn't mind Jon Snow fucking Daenerys, even though that's technically his half sister.
Right.
I didn't mind that at all. But when you cross the line when the son fucks the mom.
The mom,
I mean,
yes, absolutely.
That's fine.
You don't care about Cersei fucking her brother?
Nah, you know what? It's fine.
Also, if you're interested, there's a great movie, David O. Russell's first movie. It's called Spanking the Monkey. Also deals with this. It's very good.
Oedipus complex?
Yeah, a little bit.
What?
Anyways, another great sequence that I love.
Who in their right mind has an Oedipus? I don't ever want to fuck my mom.
Somebody had to.
Well, some people have hot moms. It's maybe weird. So like,
listen, somebody had this because somebody observed it and named it and said, this is what this thing is called.
As Robert De Niro on Analyze This says, fucking Greeks.
Fucking Greeks. He's right.
Fucking Greeks.
He's right. It's fucking Greeks. The sequence, again, back to Roderick. I love this fucking Winterwolves guy because he's like, I'm ready to die for the queen. Let's go. They did not expect to be alive. That moment when the gates are open because Daemon just fucking Dracarys is the gate, doesn't wait for him. He goes, the gates are open and we're still fucking alive. And they're all happy.
I love that before that, Daemon's like, you can't die.
Right. Before you open the gate.
And then he says that. And then when he fucking takes the sword and shoves it up Ormon's ass,
yes,
which is awesome because Ormon's such a dick.
Yes.
And he gets his arm cut off. But anyways, he's like celebrating as he gets Dracarys by Ulf. He's like, yes,
this is amazing.
Like, it's the ultimate way to go out.
Amazing death for both of them. First of all, Roderick, one arm, stabs him in the ass and goes, that's a proper fucking by the North. And it's such a great line. And then they just get Dracarys right in front.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fantastic. I was sad to see him go, but Ormond, good death for Ormond. Yeah. Honorable death. Because you do know about the Winter Wolves? Like, this crew is made of people from the North who are sent away because they can't afford to keep them there and feed them. So they're essentially sent to die. They know they're going to die to fight battles. These are the Graybeards, the fucking Winter Wolves. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Jose Barra posted a very helpful article on our Facebook group about the Winter Wolves that I read. I was like, oh, that's who these people are. That's why they're all fucking they don't give a fuck. They're there to die. They're there to get the job done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Aemon and Aegon was great because he's
what'd you think of Darren's bargain?
Sir Gawain. You mean Sir Gawain at the end?
It's Darren's idea, and Sir Gawain.
It was Darren's idea.
For the listeners, that he right before the battle is about to start at Tumbleton, Sir Gawain comes out with Lord Corlys, the Hand, as a hostage, and basically says, dude, let's just call this shit off.
Yeah.
Darren can just rule the High Tower area.
We'll split it in half.
No, they're not even splitting it in half.
Oh.
He's like, he'll just rule this area. Rhaenyra can rule the rest.
Yeah.
And we'll be good. Like, the kingdoms don't always need to be united. This was a thing. This wasn't always a thing.
It's a good offer. It's a good compromise.
Yeah, it is a good compromise.
But Daemon is there to
Lord
fucking...
Corlys is like, this is actually a good idea.
Yeah, because I think this is good. But Daemon the whole time is like, I need a fucking battle. I want to kill all these fucking high towers. And he's like, you know what? You're my prisoner. We're not doing this. Fucking let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Just right away.
So you better run off.
Yeah.
Well, now he learned his lesson because Well, listen, if Ulf didn't betray him, he probably would have had a much smoother time.
Yeah, they were.
But they did have a piece on the board, as they said, that was going to be a game changer, and it was.
Well, that's the thing, though, with all of these characters, right? Like Daemon, the Targaryens, Ormond, the Hightowers, is even though fucking Ulf had a dragon, and is a complete dumbass, they all just underestimated him, and they thought they could just disrespect him, as if he didn't have a dragon. And then they all learned, like, hey, this motherfucker that is just this low-born drunkard, like, he still had a dragon, and you guys needed to respect him, and none of you guys respected him, and he went out on the field and was like, fuck all y'all.
Fuck all y'all.
I'm burning the shit out of everything.
You and I'm burning everything. And, like, innocent people just fucking burned the whole city down. It's fucked up.
Yeah, but he just fucked up his own life because he can't be trusted now.
Well,
he's like what's his name, Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. Like he's on.
No, he needs to be. They got to take him out. I mean, Damon's not gonna be happy. They're gonna have to take him out. And then Hugh also abandons his dragon to go save his wife, and he couldn't do that. She fucking dies anyways.
Yeah.
So he could have helped him out. It did not.
It's all gonna lead back to Rhaenyra. Everyone's gonna be like, it's your fault.
It's her fault. A lot of this is directly her fault as she is becoming, and I don't know who to root for anymore in this show.
The same thing. I was like, this show is doing a good job of making everyone unlikable.
Yeah. I mean, I was really on Team Rhaenyra, but fuck, man, she just she lost it.
Does that take a little bit of the fun out of it for you, though? You don't like have people that you root for?
No, I don't think so. I think it's interesting to not know who to root for. I mean, I lean a little bit. So I like complex characters. Yeah. I will say that when Game of Thrones was peak, there always was someone that you would root for. Sure. There was always the Starks. Right. They were the good guys. Even like Jaime Lannister had a great turn. So at one point you were like, okay, he's redeemed himself. Oh, yeah. But every character here, it seems like they're just doing the opposite. They're like, we're going to make every character you like completely unlikable. I mean, I still dig Daemon. Like I don't know what he wants, but. Daemon? You like him? I wouldn't say he's exactly a good guy. He's not a good guy, but he gets shit done. Does he? I don't know. Maybe not. He did fuck this whole thing up. Damon's part of why this is all going to shit, if we're looking at it, is because Rhaenyra is like, okay, I'm going to start listening to you, Daemon. Yeah. Okay. So yes, and this all ties. That's all why it's not working out, man. So that also ties into what happens to Helaena, right? Because at the beginning of the episode, Rhaenyra fires Mysaria. She's chosen Daemon's path. This is a mistake. This woman holds all your secrets. You have to lock her up or fucking take her head off. You don't just let her go. Why? We see why. As she's passing Helaena, she fucking spills the beans. She goes, Aegon's alive. Don't listen to the queen. You're never getting out of here. Which causes Helena's fucking depression to that's all it took. And I knew she could jump out the window because she was like, can I look out at the moon? I want to look at the moon. I was like, this girl's going to jump. And she does. After Rhaenyra forces her to eat because she ain't eating. That was fucked up, too. Yeah, Rhaenyra's doing some fucked up shit. She's doing some fucked up shit. She's like, you forced my hand. And then they just start shoving food. I guess the only character right now that, if I'm thinking about this objectively, the only character right now that seems like he has any sort of good soul in his body is Daemon. Not Daemon, Darren Targaryen. Oh, Darren. But he's just kind of caught between things. Right. He's so young and innocent, and he's just a pawn. But you can see in that moment when he tries to like work for peace that he's, at least right now, still has a good head on his shoulders.
Well, that just means he's going to die at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and I would also say Sir Gawain is level-headed. He's reasonable.
Right.
Sir Gawain, yeah.
And he just couldn't make.
You know what
decisions.
I like? I don't know if we talked about it here, but I also enjoyed. I think we did talk about it, but I'll bring it up in another episode. One of the press episodes where Kristen Cole's like, he gets surrounded by all the the white winter wolves, and he's like, all right, well, let's. I could take on all three of you at the same time. Why don't you come on one by one? He just gets arrowed right in the face.
It's
like. We're not doing this honorable dance. You're just going to die.
Dunk, dunk. What right? Yeah, that was great.
And then they just carry his head. They're like,
this episode, here's everyone who died. Helaena, Ormond, the High Septon, Sir Roderick, and Hugh Hammer's wife, Kat, joins Kristen Cole, who we also lost a couple episodes ago.
Do any of you guys know? Because I don't. Do any of you guys know how this is supposed to end?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
I didn't read this shit.
I feel like it's all
This
going
is
to
the
fall
Dance of
apart.
Dragons storyline, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's a happy ending. And then the next thing is like Aegon's conquest would follow this if they were going to keep going.
Well, we know that obviously the Targaryens are no more. I mean, there
Right.
are Targaryens after it,
but
but
there's
like
no dragons.
Well,
they're out. They're completely
Yo,
depowered.
what were those eggs she had, by the way?
what do you mean?
Alice. Remember Alice
Those were
brought
all
out the
those
crate
were
of
all-
eggs.
Yeah, those are all eggs that unhatched eggs. She was gonna
her
build a-
dragons?
I don't know exactly how she got them, but she mentions to Aemon like, "This is our plan. Like, you're going to you're going to be sitting with all these dragons by the end of it." But we know that after Dance of Dragons, there's a lot more infighting between the Targaryens and different people.
Yeah,
there's like bastard Targaryens because what the fucking show is that way we watched that? It was all
Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, that's in between both of this stuff.
Right. Duncan Egg happens between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where there's no more dragons and they think in that show, they think they're all a myth. And
yep.
not
So
real.
the big storyline after Dance of Dragons is it's about Aegon III, who's called the Broken King, and then the last Targaryen dragons, and then the Blackfire Rebellion, which is what the Targaryen. There's like a bastard Targaryen that claims he has the throne.
Bastards.
So, yeah, there's more.
There's
I
one.
don't
And there's one.
I don't think they're going to go all the way into that.
No, there's one more season of this. So,
Right.
And I, like you said, I've read that they've really changed it from the book a lot. A lot of
Yeah, apparently
motivations and
there are people are pretty mad about how the changes from this episode to the
So,
book.
see, I'm glad I didn't read the book because I thought it was fucking great. It was fucking great. A lot of great practical effects, a lot of great burns. The sets, the fucking shit they set up. Fantastic. Okay, what character did not we talk about? We talked about Rhaenyra, Daemon, Mysaria, Rhaena, and Baela. What ended up happening with Rhaena and Sheepstealer?
She's just in prison, right?
She just has her in the dungeon.
And Baela is just giving lip to Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah, she's like, you insolent child. I see where the insolence comes from. Corlys,
Also,
Alan,
Baela in one of the previous episodes just kissing her. What is
oh
her
yeah,
half brother, Alan?
She's kissing Alan. Alan's in this a little bit, and Alan's trying to figure out what he wants to do.
You ever had a family member you wanted to kiss?
Maybe a distant cousin. I don't know. Look, sometimes you have hot cousins. That's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God.
It happens. That never happened to you.
No.
You didn't tell me you didn't see your fucking hot cousin and be like, yeah.
No, but I never wanted to kiss him.
But
No?
like, okay, when you have like a giant extended family, there's people that you're not related to that are just in your family.
Yeah.
That I could see. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
What's weirder is people getting married to people that look like themselves, but like the opposite sex version, and they just want to kiss themselves. That's kind of weird. Have you noticed that? Just a fucking couples.
Wait,
that look.
where am I noticed? Where have you noticed this?
I've noticed a lot of couples that you would swore are siblings, and they're not. They're married, and I'm like, that dude just found a girl that looked like him. That's all that happened.
So you're saying non-related people that happen to look alike?
Yes,
Oh,
they
okay.
find each other. It's really
I
strange.
thought you were talking about seeing brothers
No.
and sisters marry.
No,
I'm like,
non-related-
What people are you hanging around?
I feel like subconsciously you're looking for like yourself in female or male form, and sometimes that happens. Anyways, Helena, Allison, Aemond, Aegon. Okay, Laris took off. Talked about Aegon, Ulf, and Hugh. I think we covered everything.
It's like to Rug Boy's point, it is a little bit more streamlined than the main Game of Thrones.
Which I don't mind.
We're not following as many families.
There's still a shit ton of characters, right? But you can kind of follow it.
There is a lot of characters, but the story is very centralized. It's
Yeah.
all about this one specific thing that's happening.
Targaryens, yep.
Yeah. How to hold on to the throne versus this other family. It's,
How to rule. What and like in the books, I guess Alicent really wants the throne, and she's not like this Alicent that's just like, okay, let us go. You can have it. Fine. So, but this again, the throne cuts her. I know that's symbolic. This is a shitty fucking job. I don't know why you want this throne. Let's do a quick dragon roll call
Oh, okay.
just to see who's still active, who's not. Team Black had the most dragons. So you have Syrax, Rhaenyra's dragon. She still has him. Caraxes, saw a ton of Caraxes with Daemon. Vermax and Jacaerys, they're off the board. Both dead. Joffrey, that fucking kid Joffrey, who is that?
That's their third kid.
Where was he this whole fucking time? All of a sudden, there's
He's
another.
too young.
He has a dragon named Taraxis. I don't know where that dragon is.
He's just hanging out. He's waiting for him to get old enough, I guess.
Bela rides Moon Dancer, still in play. Rhaena, Sheep Stealer, they're out and they're all fucked up. They were fighting. Adam of Hull has Sea Smoke. Hugh Hammer has Vermithor, but I think and Ulf the White has Silverring. Now
You got to update this. Some of these dragons are not on Team Black anymore. Sheep Stealer and Silverwing are not on Team Black.
Well, yeah, this was like at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
So we see Ulf riding Silverring, but I think we see Vermithor and another dragon without a rider. Hugh's dragon just took off.
I didn't notice that.
There was three dragons, and I was like, "Who are these?" One of them had a rider. One of them was.
Aren't they chasing? There was a shot where they were chasing Ulf's dragon.
Silverwing, yes. I think
it looked like Caraxes was chasing, and then another dragon was chasing.
So Caraxes may have taken off because Daemon was on the ground this whole time.
Yeah.
So that's weird. Okay, so some of those have flipped. Team Green, Aegon and Sunfire, he's back. He's not dead. Aemon and Vhagar, they gotta fight Vhagar. They'll be solid. Helena had Dreamfire. What happens to Dreamfire?
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
It's Open Dragon, and then Darren, of course, with Tessarion. It's kind of like a smaller dragon. He seemed kind of small.
Yeah, he's tiny.
I don't know how much damage Tessarion can do. So, Team Green technically has...
I think they only have two dragons.
Sunfire, they got to find Vhagar, and they have Tessarion, but not really. Silverring...
At this point, they only have two, yeah.
They got two because Ulf is gone rogue, and yeah.
They have two, and if we're counting what Team the Black, they have 1, 2.
They're down.
I would say they have, let's say 3, 4, 5 working dragons.
Okay, so they're
Joffrey's. I don't count Joffrey's little ass Taraxis dragon.
No, but Rhaenyra's dragons have dwindled.
They've dwindled, yeah.
Yeah, so has Team Green's a little bit. So it's apparently, it's going to come down to the dragons at the end. I'm assuming is what happens. All right. Well. Final thoughts, Anthony. Give me a number on this season.
I'm going to give it a solid 7.
Oh.
I already forgot where I would rank it with the other seasons because it all just right at this point coalesces into one long season for me.
Yeah.
The season that ended where Vhagar chews up one of the dragons with one of Rhaenyra's. I think that was the first season.
First season, yeah.
That was the best ending.
Yeah.
That was the best ending.
Yeah.
Because that was like, oh wow, that shit wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Aemon's even like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, that was the best one. But
That's
yeah,
where he
killed 7.
Okay.
I don't know. I forget what dragon he kills there.
That's where he kills Aegon, right? At the end of the first season.
Not Aegon. It's one of their kids. Was his name Aegon?
Oh, whoa. They're all named Aegon. I don't remember.
Let's go with Ned Stark. No, I don't.
Okay. Yes, no head. Ruggs, final thoughts. Give me a number.
I think this was a show that I was happy to see every week. I like the way it began this season with the war and on the ships and the Jace getting killed and Sheep Stealer intervening and all that stuff. That was really pretty epic. And they had the dragon fight, which is kind of like and then this episode, the raid was really cool.
Yeah, the Tumbleton battle was pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, it felt like pretty like legit and practical and I could get into it. I like the fights that were happening between the individual fights. Those were fun. I just think that the ending kind of was a little bit of a fizzle, but overall I think the season was great. I think it was good. I give it a solid 7 as well.
All right. Yeah. No, the ending was a little weird. They left a lot of threads, obviously, for the second season. I like this season better than season 2. The first season, I think, is my favorite. I would put this as my second favorite. But yes, the battles, bookending, all the drama, the fucking sets, the craft, the setting people on fire. This is some of the best Game of Thrones shit I think we've had. I'll give it 8.5.
Whoa.
I really like the second season. I thought it was very good.
The only thing I didn't like was the witch lady.
Alice. Yeah.
She brings the show to a screeching halt.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, she finally gave her a whole fucking backstory in that one monologue.
yeah, I just think that she's not hot, and if you're gonna waste that much time on somebody, they have to be either really cool and be written really well, or be really hot, or both,
or have a good line where you go, "You know nothing, Jon Snow."
Yeah, something. And they don't really give her anything other than, I don't even know if her accent real. I don't even know. It just she doesn't.
So what's her deal? Is she's 100 years old, and her family originally had the house, and everyone was killed.
Like, remember the witch from the first season of Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
she was always naked.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
that's a witch.
That she was smoke show.
That's a witch.
Yeah, now that's a witch.
Imran immediately was like, "Yeah,
somebody get these."
But you know what I'm talking about.
Here.
Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You need some sizzle. There's nothing.
I agree. I don't. I would say they don't have a lot going. She doesn't have a lot going for her, and I don't really even think she has that much chemistry with Aemon. So I don't see why he's all like.
Just
the chemistry is weird.
She's just not working. I wanted look. It's like either you want her to be badass and really cool and like interesting, and she's not.
Yeah.
And so they have to have something to hook you in. And she's just overall just bland and dull, and she slows the show. I think that's why. Normally, I would have loved to give this an 8, but I think she really takes it down a little notch.
She's the weakest. She's the weakest character out of all.
Yeah,
but she wants Harrenhal. She might get it, so we'll see where that goes. All right, man. Thrones is over. I'm always sad when it's over because it's just so fucking good, and look forward to it. Let's finish with some what are we watching? Anthony, you watch anything else notable?
I'm trying to think if I've watched anything else that's notable. No.
Okay, great. On brand? Rugs?
I watch a ton of shit.
I know. I want to start with Motor City.
Motor City is, what's his name?
Alan Ritchson.
Alan Ritchson.
Yeah.
It's a movie where I thought it was going to be like a action movie. That was like a traditional action movie, but this is one where nobody talks.
Like Silent Night?
Yeah, it's like all done like a music video. They're all montages.
Oh.
And there's times where people should be fucking talking and they don't.
Okay.
And like,
Sounds bad.
It's even how they edit it. Like they're just standing there looking at each other. I'm like, no, like if you're going to edit this to be like a music video, you have to like make it look, and they do it in certain times where they pull the camera back and they're having a conversation, but you just can't hear what they're saying.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, but there's times where they're just standing there and they're looking at each other and they're not
Somebody
saying
gonna say
anything,
something?
and they're just motioning. And I'm like, no one's doing that. So like, it breaks the whole idea. So I feel like, is there some cool shit in it? Yeah, there's a couple of cool fight scenes. There's a couple of cool scenes that are explosions and people's arms getting broken, and there's some badass shit in here. But is it enough to really like, to make you have to like surmount the fact that no one's talking and it's bothering you the whole time? No. So I think it's
How was Alan Ritchson? And
he was fine. He was fine.
Reacher season 4 comes out this week. Rugs starts.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's gonna be way better than this, hopefully.
Yeah, he's good at Reacher, and he's yet to find anything else.
Well, we gotta let him talk. Let him act.
That
him
probably
be
helps. Yeah.
Come on, I want to see his badassery. Let's do it. But I watched that. Then to cleanse the palate, I had to watch something that was so bad to put it in perspective. And I watched Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
What the fuck?
From a 1992 legendary movie.
Have you seen this before, right?
No, I've never watched it. Never watched it. Who wants to watch this movie? It's terrible.
Golden Girls, Estelle Getty, and Stallone.
So the legend behind this is that Arnold kind of fucked over Stallone into doing this movie. Like he tricked him. He acted like he was going to do it, and he was like all excited about it. And then Stallone's like, I'm going to steal it from him. And so he let him take the bait, and he did. He ended up fucking doing this movie.
Sly,
it was like,
what are you doing, Sly?
terrible.
Why would you fall for that?
It's just not what you want to see Sly doing. No. Like Sly doesn't need to do this. Like Arnold's funny because he's kind of funny even when he's trying to be serious.
Right.
Like even when he's like any character that's supposed to be serious, like Conan. How many times have we any fucking movie he's in, we're quoting him because it's hilarious.
It's just the accent and his delivery.
But like Stallone, like, yeah, he has a kind of a speech impediment thing or whatever you want to call it. But he's a serious actor. He got an Oscar. He's in serious R-rated action films that are kind of like intense. He doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to stretch with Estelle Getty.
Estelle Getty.
So the concept of this movie is that he's supposedly like this great cop, super cop, and then he's afraid of his mom, and his mom's coming to visit him from New Jersey, and he's like trying to talk her out of it, but she shows up anyway, and then like inserts himself into his life and starts fucking showing everybody baby pictures of him with his, with his pee-pee out and everything like that. And he's embarrassed, and she fucking cleans his house, cleans his guns, ruins his guns, all that type of shit. And then eventually she goes to buy him a new gun, and she ends up buying like a black market gun from a guy like with it out of a truck.
Uh-huh.
And as she's doing that, she witnesses murder, and now she's working with her cop son to solve the mystery, and she's the one who shoots the guy at the end of the movie.
Does she ever hold the giant gun like in
yes,
the poster?
she does. She does, and
That's
she
hilarious.
shoots the guy.
Okay.
And she shoots the bad guy, and not Stallone.
Anthony, you've heard of this movie. Have you ever seen this?
Yes, of course I've heard of this movie. The rumor about Stallone tweaking or Schwarzenegger tricking Stallone into this is funny. Also, Stallone just trying to like broaden his range and be like, I'm not just a action movie star, because he did this and he did some other movie. The one
Oscar,
the one we always play. Wasn't that one?
That's Copland, but it wasn't a comedy.
No,
that was a serious
Oscar. Right?
He was trying to be Oscar was his other comedy.
Yeah, he did two where it was like, oh my god, you just tanked your career.
Just stop doing this.
Yeah, and that's Bill Simmons always talks about. This is Schwarzenegger already was the king of like wearing the action movie heavyweight championship belt, but like this solidified it because Schwarzenegger's doing
Kindergarten Cop
which works,
and Twins that works. All of his comedies work.
But then he's also doing Total Recall, T2. So it's just like Stallone. Damn.
Stallone's like, I could do that too. No, you can't, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah,
You tried.
Doesn't he do Rocky 5 around this time, or is that before this?
Cliffhanger he does after this.
Okay, Cliffhanger's a little bit more.
And then
he comes back.
Man. Yeah. Oscar he did before this.
Well, he did one of the
Rocky
worst movies ever. That one with Sharon Stone where he shows his ass. Not a good movie.
Assassins or the Specialist?
The
Specialist, yeah.
The Specialist. Wasn't special? There's nothing special about his ass.
I mean, that was the first time that was one of the first times ever I'd seen tits as a kid. So that I liked that, but
and there was Sharon Stone's, right? Yeah. Those are good to see for the first time.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, anyway, that was a bad movie. Don't watch it.
Thanks for doing that for us.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows not to watch it, but I did it just to make sure that it wasn't like a hidden gem or
Still bad. Nope. Still bad.
No, it's still terrible. Not worth watching. Then I rewatched No Country for Old Men.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I rewatched Blade Runner 2049.
Whoa.
No Country for Old Men. I watched it. I liked the movie in a lot of ways, but I just didn't like the ending. And I watched it again to see if I've grown on it. And I still don't like the ending. It's a great movie to kind of analyze after the fact, and it's great when you're watching it until the end. And then the end, you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? What happened? They're never going to resolve anything. We're not going to see what happens. And I'm just like, all right, whatever.
It's left up to you, Ruggs.
Yeah. And then, but I think it's a great movie. And if you haven't seen it, you should check it out at least once so you can talk about it and smell your own farts while you're watching it. And Blade Runner 2049 is a direct sequel to the original. And it takes place years later. And it's very interesting, but it's a very slow moving, methodical sci-fi film.
Denis Villeneuve.
With Denis Villeneuve. And if you like Dune and the production design in Dune, it's great. Like all of the sets and everything are fucking great. All of the sci-fi shit is great. And Gaz is great. I mean, he's not really doing much in this movie. He's playing a replicant. So if you don't know what these movies are about, in Blade Runner, in the future, there are replicants, which are humans that are grown in a lab, basically. They're grown, they can't reproduce, they only live for a few years, then they die. They're made to be like slave labor, basically. We've gone out to different planets, we need manpower. So they've developed these things called replicants. Now, sometimes replicants, the guy who created them, he's experimenting, and he tried to make one that lived like longer, ones that live whatever, that have different personality traits or different emotional levels, because they're meant to be like just smart enough to do and emotionally smart enough to like simulate human beings, but not actually be human beings. Anyway, sometimes they go rogue. Sometimes they run away. Sometimes they try and mingle in with human beings and like start their own lives. When those people need to be stopped, so they send someone out, and that's the Blade Runner, to track them down and kill them or bring them back. And usually they just kill them. So the story is that Ryan Gosling is a replicant who is a Blade Runner.
Oh, a replicant Blade.
And so he's hunting down his own kind.
Yeah.
And he stumbles on this during this mission. He kills a replicant but ends up finding remains of another replicant, and that replicant's bones indicate that it had a baby.
Oh, whoa.
And they're like, oh, that's just like the Jesus of the replicants, the first, birth.
Yeah.
So now the company that is in charge of these replicants are like, they don't want it getting out. They don't want this to get out. They want to find this baby, if it still exists, if it's grown up now, who it is, kill it, bring it back to study it, see how that happened, blah, blah, blah. So now Gosling is now trying to track this thing down, and it's starting to make him ask questions about his own life and his own memories, and it gets existential and shit. So it's a good movie. I think it's really good. It's just not for everybody. I don't think everybody's going to be into this. It's 3 hours long. It's
you gotta have watched the first one too, I think.
Yeah, I think the first one, watching the first one helps a lot.
Yeah, which is also long.
Yeah. And a lot of these replicants are used for prostitution and this and that. In this movie, Ryan Gosling is a replicant, but his girlfriend is an AI. Played by Ana de Armas. And so you get to see Ana de Armas in this movie.
Nice.
And it's just very, very interesting future sci-fi.
All right.
So those are, and I liked all these. I liked this movie a lot, but as I said, it's not something you're gonna throw on every day because it's 3 hours long and
it's heady
slow,
sci-fi.
It's very slow moving.
Yeah.
Methodical pace.
Yeah.
But very beautifully done. Denis Villeneuve, great direction, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then this is not a movie, but I finished the first Law trilogy, and I will tell you that if they ever make a show on this, I am there for it.
Yeah.
It is a great sci-fi trilogy, and there's actually more books. There's another 6 books, and I can't wait to start reading those.
It's sci-fi fantasy?
No, it's just straight
sci-fi.
No, straight fantasy.
Oh, straight fantasy. Okay.
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
It's just Game of Thrones, super dark. Every character is complex and grim. There is some badass shit that I don't want to tell you or tell the podcast anyway.
Yeah.
Because it'll ruin things. But if I just tell you some of this shit that's in here, you'll be like, that's badass. But essentially, it's take what you like about Lord of the Rings and all the mystical shit, about Gandalf and all that type of stuff, and the Order of Gandalf and the wizards and shit, and then take the grimness of Game of Thrones and put it in there. And you got put those two together with some of the Game of Thrones politics in there, and you got yourself some badass shit.
How much incest is in this one?
Not that much.
Oh, but there is some.
No, this is mostly. I'll tell you what makes it really, really dark.
Yeah,
is that the central character is part of the Inquisition, which is it's like the king's spy network.
Yeah,
and a lot of the times he's got to torture people.
Yeah.
So he's constantly torturing people, a lot of the people that get information and find out who's doing what.
Oh.
And so one of the main characters is his whole character is torturing people.
What's his job?
It's his job. He does it very well. But you root for this guy because even though he's a piece of shit, he sometimes fucking does the right thing.
Yeah.
And it makes you do that Game of Thrones thing where you're like, I hate this guy, but
right.
I'm kind of cheering for him.
Interesting.
And then there's so many characters like that where you're you hate them at the beginning. You're like, who is this fucking wimp? And then they end up redeeming themselves and doing something badass. And there is one part where this guy who's being berated by women for a long period of time finally stands up to him.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking great. And I'm like, finally, just go at this bitch. And it was all worth it. But the thing about it is until the middle of the second book, it doesn't really click.
Okay.
So the first book, you're like, yeah, I don't know if I like this. And the second book, you're like, I'm starting to like it. And then by the third book, you're like, oh, this shit is crazy.
Nice.
And I can't really give away. I'll tell you about it in private, but
you did the audiobook? How was that?
Audiobook's great. The guy who does it is fucking amazing.
Okay, good. That's important.
Yeah, you gotta give him like an hour to get settled in, and then he'll work his magic on it.
It sounds good. I've heard about this. You've talked about it, and I've heard about it from other people.
I started it a while back, but now I finished it. So I finished all three. So I heard that the next book is actually it's a one-shot book. It's not and then continuing. It's a self-contained book.
Oh.
It's called Best Served Cold. It's supposed to be the best one.
Oh, okay.
So,
Ooh. Yeah. See, now that's something they can adapt. If it's like a one-shot, that you don't have to do a trilogy.
Maybe, but
depends.
We'll
yeah. I checked out a couple of new Netflix movies you may have seen on the Netflix. The first one being this movie called The Last House. You guys hear about this?
Nope.
This is a movie starring Wagner Moura, Greta Lee, directed by Louis Leterrier of Hulk fame. And what's the other movie he did? He did a Fast movie. Basically, it's about this family of 4, and it starts raining, and all of a sudden they can't get out of their house. The doors are sealed, the windows are sealed, and they look out, and the whole neighborhood, nobody can get out of their house. Everyone's trapped, and they're like, huh, this is weird. They don't know why. The brain acts a little weird. It might be sentient. And it's for a large part of the movie, it's them adjusting as their resources dwindle. They're in the house for like 5 years. And then in the final, it's a little long. The final act, they kind of explain what's going on. It is kind of like it's a disaster movie meets A Quiet Place. I could kind of describe it that way. They made this billboard in Hollywood, in California. There's a guy on a billboard, and they built a house, and they put a guy in the house, like in the movie, and he was up there for like 3 days, just living on this billboard as a promotional stunt. The movie's okay. It's a little long. It drags a lot. The finale does have some cool action scenes, but it takes a while to get there. And I feel like
there is action.
There is. They do kind of explain what is happening. And there is some crazy action scenes that may be science fiction related. I don't want to spoil too much. But Wagner Moura and Greta Lee seem like they're kind of slumming it in this Netflix movie. I don't know. Because they're a lot better than this movie as far as actors. It was kind of wild to see them in this. So if you're bored, it's an hour 52. It's a little long. But if you want to know why they can't get out, you got to watch the movie. I'm not going to tell you. The other thing I caught, and I wasn't going to watch this. I saw this it's called 72 Hours. It's a Kevin Hart movie. And I'm like, this looks terrible, right? Did you see this?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
Right? It actually came out in late July, and I'm like, this got to be terrible. But then my wife was like, I just want to watch something funny. I don't want to have to think about it. I was like, all right, let's fucking throw this on. You know what? It was pretty funny. It was a lot better than I thought. Kevin Hart is hilarious. Here's what this movie's about. Kevin Hart playing like a 40-year-old ad exec who's got a account for unlimited vodka, and he's trying to pitch to his boss. His pitches are becoming a little, let's say, outdated and old, and he's not really connecting with the youth demo, the Gen Z right now. So he's having trouble at work. He's having trouble at home with his wife. She wants him to get married. In the meantime, just randomly, he gets put into this group chat of these 20-year-olds who are planning a bachelor party in Miami. And he's like, yo, I could use this. This will be my focus group. I'm going to go see how Gen X is. He offers to pay for everything. And it's weird because he just shows up. These 20-year-olds are there, and then fucking Kevin Hart just shows up. They don't know him. They just know him over text and starts hanging out. They'll go through a bunch of adventures. Crazy shit happens. I thought Kevin Hart was really funny. This is when the movie got me. There's a scene where they're in a boat with these guys who are they're poaching. They're selling whale dicks. There's just crates of whale dicks. Then the boat capsizes and they need to float. And Kevin Hart's like, grab the whale dick, grab the dick. And then he's rubbing it on his face. This is a movie where Kevin Hart rubs a whale dick on his face. That's the kind of movie this is. So And
Wow.
yeah, not long. Honestly, I laughed more than I thought I was. And also, part of it is the young cast is the kids from Saturday Night Live. You have Marcello Hernandez, Cam Patterson, the Ginger, Ben Marshall, who used to be on the show. Zach Cherry's in it. They're really funny. Tiana Taylor plays his wife. Michael Mando, Scorpion, is the bad guy. And it's so contrived and stupid, but it was kind of funny. So it's one of those. It's a dumb, funny movie. That's like hour 45. Better than I thought. I thought it was going to be terrible. And I found myself enjoying it. So if you want something fun, check it out. If you want weird sci-fi, Last House. Okay, here's next week, gang. I need to run some things by you because there's actually quite a lot of shit going on. We'll make a decision. X-Men 97 Season 2 finale is this week. Okay. Lanterns premiere August 16th will be Sunday. X-Men is on Wednesday, August 12th. And then D23 is also this weekend, August 14th to 16th. So we will discuss what happens at D23. Now, I saw this. There is a possibility that they are putting Avengers Doomsday tickets on sale for all formats on Friday, meaning they usually release a trailer, meaning it's possible they may put out the Comic-Con trailer on Friday, which would be crazy because that would be 2 trailers like within a month of each other.
Wow. When's Doomsday come out?
December 18th.
Oh, Jesus. You're buying it that early?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anthony, do you think it's wrong for them to burn this second trailer and put it out so close to the first trailer?
Nah.
I really want to see the second trailer. It sounds like it's so much better.
So what are you asking? What we should do?
Oh, but what I think we should do is review End of Oak Street. Anne Hathaway, Ewan Gregor, Dinosaurs. Also comes out this weekend. So we'll do D23, End of Oak Street. We can discuss Lanterns, X-Men, and the What Are We Watching? Whatever. No problem.
Sounds good.
If you watch it. Also, Reacher Season 4, but I will be watching that. That's Wednesday.
What we should do is we can do End of Oak Street, and you guys can talk about an X-Men finale, and I will not talk about that.
Okay.
I will not catch up on it.
I will be watching Lanterns also, so we can chat, but we can wait till the end. Okay. That's a plan. Sounds good. Ruggs, where can the people find you online?
Rug Boy Show on X. Come find me.
Anthony, where can the people find you in Chicago?
This week, probably be laying low. So,
find him. Look underneath things. People.
Yes.
Look, crawl, crouch. He's going to be very low, like 6 inches.
Find the darkest part of the club.
Yeah, and then look 6 inches above the floor.
Bottle service.
Yeah, wherever there's bottle service, the jock will be nearby. That's
where they light. They put sparklers on some kind of bottle
in a bucket of ice.
Yeah,
the jock is nearby.
That's where you
be like sparklers, ice. Anthony's got to be nearby or somewhere. It's like the bet signal.
Yeah.
In the meantime, listener, check out our website, jockandnerd.com, for all the ways you can support the show. Get in touch, join our fan club, follow us on socials. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd Podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's a nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
Fuck that show.
Thing I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it!
I like turtles.
My balls was hot. Jock and Nerd.